Did state rights cause secession? Have you ever wondered what really drove the Southern states to secede from the Union during the American Civil War? The question of whether the States Rights Doctrine played a role in this decision is quite fascinating. To understand this, we need to look at the historical context and the key issues at play. The States Rights Doctrine is the belief that states have certain rights and powers that the federal government cannot infringe upon. Southern states often used this doctrine to resist federal policies, especially those related to slavery. Secession, on the other hand, was the formal act of a state withdrawing from the United States to form its own government. In the years leading up to the Civil War, tensions between the North and South escalated. These tensions were fueled by several factors, including slavery, economic differences, and the concept of states' rights. The Southern states, which relied heavily on agriculture and slavery, felt increasingly threatened by the industrialization of the North and the growing abolitionist movement. Slavery was at the heart of the secession crisis. Southern states feared that the federal government, especially under President Abraham Lincoln, would abolish slavery or limit its expansion into new territories. The election of Lincoln in 1860 triggered the secession of several Southern states, as they believed their way of life was in jeopardy. While states' rights were often cited as a reason for secession, this argument was closely tied to the issue of slavery. Southern states claimed that the federal government was infringing on their right to decide whether to allow slavery within their borders. However, the underlying concern was the preservation of slavery, which was vital to their economic and social systems. In practice, the States Rights Doctrine was used to justify resistance to federal policies that threatened slavery. For instance, Southern states opposed the prohibition of slavery in new territories and feared federal intervention in their internal affairs regarding slavery. From the perspective of the American Civil War, the States Rights Doctrine served as a legal framework for the actions taken by Southern states. However, historical evidence suggests that the desire to preserve slavery was the primary motivation behind secession. The notion that states' rights alone caused secession overlooks the central role of slavery in the conflict. In summary, while states' rights were indeed a factor in the secession of Southern states, they were closely linked to the issue of slavery. The primary reason for secession was the desire to protect and maintain slavery, with states' rights providing a philosophical justification for these actions. Understanding this relationship helps clarify the political aspects of the American Civil War and the formation of the Confederate States of America.